Welcome to AI TV News. Today, we're covering a significant development involving Harvard University and some of the earliest known photographs of enslaved people in America. After a protracted legal dispute, Harvard University has agreed to transfer possession of 6 historic daguerreotypes taken in 1850 to the International African American Museum in Charleston, South Carolina. These poignant images depict a man named Renty and his daughter Delia, who were enslaved on a South Carolina plantation. The photographs are widely believed to be among the oldest existing images of enslaved individuals in the United States.
The daguerreotypes were commissioned by Louis Agassiz, a prominent Harvard biologist at the time. Agassiz used these images to support pseudoscientific theories of racial inferiority, a common practice used to justify slavery. Renty and Delia were forced to pose for these photographs, stripped of their clothing and dignity to serve Agassiz's racist agenda. For more than 170 years, these sensitive images remained in Harvard's museum collection.
Tamara Lanier of Connecticut has been at the forefront of a campaign for over a decade to have the images released, asserting that Renty and Delia are her ancestors. She refers to Renty as Papa Renty. In 2019, Ms. Lanier filed a lawsuit against Harvard, arguing that the university wrongfully possessed the images, from which it had allegedly profited by using them in publications and at academic conferences. The legal journey was complex. Initially, a lower court dismissed Ms. Lanier's claim to legal ownership of the photographs. However, in a significant 2022 ruling, Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court allowed her lawsuit to proceed on grounds of negligent and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The court recognized the profound harm connected to Harvard's handling of the images and its association with their painful origins, emphasizing Harvard's responsibility in addressing the legacy of these photographs.
Under the terms of a settlement announced in March 2024, the daguerreotypes will be transferred from Harvard's Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnology to the International African American Museum. This museum is located in Charleston, South Carolina, the state where Renty and Delia were enslaved. The International African American Museum plans to collaborate with Ms. Lanier on the presentation and interpretation of Renty and Delia's story. As part of the settlement, Harvard also agreed to a financial payment to Ms. Lanier, the details of which have not been publicly disclosed. In a statement, Harvard acknowledged its past plan to relocate the images to a place where their historical context could be fully appreciated. The university also noted that it has not confirmed Ms. Lanier's direct genealogical relationship to Renty and Delia. Ms. Lanier's attorney, Joshua Koskoff, described the settlement as an unprecedented step, highlighting that descendants deserve a significant voice in how their ancestors' stories are told. Dr. Tanya Matthews, President and Chief Executive Officer of the International African American Museum, remarked that this moment was 175 years in the making and praised Ms. Lanier's courage and persistence. This case has amplified the ongoing national conversation about the responsibilities of institutions in confronting their historical ties to slavery. It also raises questions about how to respectfully honor the histories and dignity of those who endured enslavement. The transfer of these images from an Ivy League institution to a museum dedicated to African American history is viewed by many as a crucial step toward acknowledging historical injustices and empowering the descendants of those depicted. The International African American Museum will now assume stewardship of these invaluable artifacts, ensuring their careful preservation and the thoughtful sharing of their narrative. This resolution marks an important moment in the journey of confronting difficult history and seeking justice for families whose ancestors were so long denied their humanity.
Thank you for joining us at AITV News.